Welcome to our channel. Today, we're bringing you a truly moving real-life story about a girl who grew up in poverty and yet overcame every obstacle to achieve success. The Glass Castle is the memoir of Jeannette Walls, in which she shares the details of her tumultuous childhood and the incredible journey that led her to become a successful writer. In this video, we'll take you through every chapter of her life, exploring the ups and downs of her childhood, her struggles, and eventual triumphs. Stay tuned. Part 1, A Harsh Beginning. Jeannette Walls was born in 1960 in Raleigh, North Carolina. Her father, Rex Walls, was a complicated figure. He was brilliant and adventurous, but also struggled with chronic alcoholism, which made him incapable of providing a stable life for his family. Her mother, Rosemary, was an artist more focused on her craft than on taking care of her children. Because of this, the family was constantly on the move, living in unstable conditions such as rundown homes or even tents. Despite this, Rex would constantly tell his children that one day they would live in a glass castle, a dream house made of glass. This dream became a symbol of hope for the family, though it was far from realistic. Throughout her early childhood, Jeannette and her siblings faced extreme poverty. Food was scarce, and basic needs like clothing and healthcare were often out of reach. But despite the neglect, Rex would educate them about subjects like astronomy and mathematics in his own way, teaching them to think critically. Although their parents were emotionally absent, this unconventional education was one of the few positive aspects of their lives. Part 2, The Internal Struggles and Jeannette's Relationship with Her Father. Despite the hardship, Jeannette had a complicated relationship with her father. She loved and admired him, even though he was often reckless. Rex would promise a better future with the glass castle, but his promises rarely came to fruition. For example, when Jeannette suffered severe burns after trying to cook in their unstable home, Rex refused to take her to a hospital because of the costs involved. These experiences highlighted the internal conflict Jeannette felt between love for her father and the harsh reality of their situation. Rex would sometimes put his children in dangerous situations, believing that it was a way to teach them valuable lessons. These moments created a bond that was both nurturing and damaging, as Jeannette struggled to reconcile her father's failures with her admiration for him. Part 3, Leaving for New York and the Search for Stability. As Jeannette got older, she realized that she needed to escape her family's destructive cycle. She and her siblings left their parents and moved to New York, hoping for a fresh start. However, life in New York was difficult. They were still very poor, and Jeannette had to take up various jobs to support herself and her siblings. Despite these challenges, Jeannette was determined to create a better future. She managed to gain admission to Barnard College in New York, a huge achievement considering her difficult background. This step marked the beginning of her transformation, as she began to build a life separate from her past. Although her parents continued to live on the streets of New York, Jeannette distanced herself from them, refusing to offer financial help. She focused on her studies and personal growth, believing that she could achieve something greater than the life she had known. Part 4, Success and the Return to Family. While Jeannette's academic career flourished in New York, her parents remained a part of her life, but in a complex and painful way. Her father continued to chase the dream of the glass castle, refusing any help from his children. Despite this, Jeannette was able to carve out a successful career as a journalist and writer. Over time, she rebuilt her life, becoming one of the few to escape the grip of poverty. Although her mother also resisted any kind of help from Jeannette, she managed to create her own path to success, proving that it is possible to rise above one's circumstances. Part 5, Lessons Learned from the Story. The story of the Glass Castle teaches us that life can be full of hardships, but with determination and hope, a person can overcome even the most difficult of situations. Jeannette Walls showed us that education and perseverance can open doors to opportunities, even when faced with overwhelming challenges. Despite her father's unrealized promises and her family's struggles, Jeannette learned that one must fight for their dreams, even if they seem unattainable. The key message here is that success doesn't come easily, and overcoming a painful past requires great courage. Jeannette Walls was able to create her own future, showing us that dreams, no matter how distant, can inspire us to reach for something better. That was the story of the Glass Castle, a deeply inspiring tale of resilience, hope, and transformation. Jeannette Walls taught us that life isn't always what we expect, but with hard work and persistence, we can break free from our past and build a better future. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more inspiring true stories. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.